Woo! Hey everybody. Let's just give this a second to kick in. Maybe if I hold the mic the entire time, it'll be a grounding. It'll have a grounding effect. It'll be a grounder. You're grounded. It was very grounding. It was a very grounding experience. As in, I experienced being grounded afterwards. Oh man, I think I had another joke that was pretty funny too. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry guys. You're going to have to live through this. Me at least clanking these ideas that I'll tell you the jokes. In high school, I was untouchable. As in, no one touched me. As in, I never got touched. Steve Carell didn't get laid until he was 40. Oh, dang it. What was the other? It just came and went. Okay, when I rewatch this, I'll remember the joke. I hope. Hopefully I said it enough, because in writing that joke, I lost the other one. There's only room for one joke up here at a time. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cast Me Outside. I'm your host, Aaron Scholl. How's it going? Today's date is January 20th, 2025, guys. Year of the cheeseburger. Gotta love it. Oh, I forgot to do the other thing. There's so many little things that are easy to forget when we're rocking and rolling, self-producing podcast. Maybe I can remember that joke in the meantime. You know what? I'm actually not going to talk that much because it's such a pain in the butt to kind of talk and do this. And then when I edit it, it's like, oh, it's going to be all choppy because I'm talking for some of it and I'm not talking for other parts of it. So let's see, what do we keep? What do we not keep? Let's see if this works. Okay, it works enough. Works enough for me, man. See that look a little bit better? Yeah, sure, whatever. We don't know what we're doing here, guys. We're making it up as we go. Coming up with and forgetting jokes all in the same millisecond. So basically, this is an interesting thing that I heard from the Andrew Huberman podcast about ADHD. And it's that your mind blinks. So your mind will have kind of like your eyes blink, like your mind blinks. So like when it's holding a topic and then it switches topics, it's kind of like a blink. I think I'm remembering that correctly, but people with ADD have more mind blinks. So AKA their mind is just like kind of refreshes more often. I'm probably completely butchering that concept, and it's like a pretty like abstract concept. But whatever. We're here. We're fumbling through it. 2020. January 2025. Trump got inaugurated. Inaugural. He had his inauguration. I didn't watch any of it. I saw 2 to 3 frames of it. Does he? As much as like, I think America probably made the better decision this election cycle, like for a lesser of 2 evils. I think we might have got the lesser. I think, like after the last 4 years we had, like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to be like, yeah, let's keep going with that decision. So I get it. So the nation voted. So we voted and the nation decided, and now we're rocking and rolling with Trump, baby. So it's gonna be a wild ride. Like I said in another episode, which I think is true. I think actually maybe it's not, because people who because guys at work who are into politics are still paying attention to politics. But I had this theory because Joe Biden was so bad. And it was so sad to see smart people be like, yeah, Joe Biden, And in retrospect, maybe all those people were online. But I kind of just told myself, it's like, well, those people, they were put through so much. They were told Trump was so bad, and they were like emotionally like manipulated. And, just to finally get Trump out of office relieved a lot of that emotional manipulation, I think. Like their work was done, and they could just kind of live their life. And they didn't have to be activated. They were able to just be like, we did it. We got Trump out. Like it's good that they just went about their life. But then to have someone like so frail as Joe Biden and so like arguably unable to perform the job, like, and to have that as to have like someone in that condition as the president, and then to have no one else be like, yeah, or have like an entire population to be like, yeah, he's great, and not like level with you. Like that level of gaslighting is pretty insane, I think. But then like maybe that like, like people who are all made to be scared and emotionally manipulated when against Joe Biden, like now that Trump's in office, are they just gonna kind of be like, at least it's not the crazy libs? And then when the libs got their like bad candidate in, they were like, at least it's not wild Donald Trump. So I hope that made a little bit of sense, that like, you turn your brain off when your team is winning. And you get the benefits of not being so emotionally manipulated. You can just kind of live your life. It's like, oh, he's fine. Our guy's in. At least it's not that other guy. But yeah, that's something I'm kind of still battling. Is finding a replacement for all the old social media I listen to. It's very tempting. I still follow a lot of them on Spotify, so I see when they post new episodes, I'm like, oh, that'd be fun. Those fires seem pretty exciting. Like, I'm sure there's lots of good, juicy anxiety to hear about the fires. All right, dog. We are turning off notifications. Hard. This ADD guy can't have any notifications. And if your app is good enough, I'm compulsive enough to just open it without a notification. So make better apps. People who rely on notifications. Can I just do that right now? Okay, I turned off all the notification, guys. Sorry that you had to sit through that, but I did it. And now I won't be as distracted. I'll still be distracted, but we limited one distraction. Hey, what was I talking about before I got distracted? Oh, yeah. Trying to find entertainment outside of the news cycle. So kind of ignoring I'm kind of ignoring the inauguration. Not I will say this, I am excited. I mean, if these like fluorescent dyes, which there's a part of me that like that rings true, that all of this like food stuff that Robert Kennedy is about, like all of these food changes, like it definitely rings true. And I believe that the food in America is obviously weird. It's this weird partnership between the food and the corporations to sell their stuff that may not even be food as food. Like, and these fluorescent dyes, like eating, like I wouldn't want to eat a highlighter. That doesn't look appetizing. Why would I want to eat any of these reds and yellows that rival the vibrance of a literal highlighter? So if it's not good, like it's easy for me to believe that those crazy dyes, like I think red dye 3 got discontinued, or it got canceled. We fucking canceled that food. Yeah, cancel culture. He's coming after, like, you think you think liberals have cancel culture? They cancel people. Dude, Republicans are canceling colors. Or like red dye 3. Kibosh. We put the kibosh on that. Is that even a word? Yeah. So, fuck yeah. And Republicans canceling their own color? Wild. But they did it. Bye-bye, red dye number 3. There can only be one red, and it's the trademark red, the trademark color of the Republican Party. That's the only red I eat. Yeah, so I'm impressed. Honestly, I'm impressed that one thing happened. One thing happened that actually seems like it will have a small effect on the health of the nation. Like, the people who claim to care about the health of the nation did one thing that actually might help. And again, like I said, it's the removing of bad habits instead of the addition of something great. And maybe that is like kind of your self-development dichotomy, is like, we focus on the bad habits that we want to lose instead of focusing on adopting the good habits, where in my opinion the trying to remove bad habits without introducing a new habit just led to a lot of like self-loathing, because I would like inevitably return to that bad habit. And then when I started just to throw a bunch of new activities, when I did like jujitsu, yoga, and stand-up, and I did introduced these 3 new things, there wasn't as much space for the bad habits. So it was a 2-for-1. I got a cool skill activity, and I had so little time that the bad habits just didn't get watered. So that's kind of what we're doing with the food. We're just like, okay, well, let's remove all the crap, and that like basically just takes, like, I don't know. It's a little different with a country, because you can just remove it, stop making it and stuff, and not make it available. But it's a step in the right direction, and I am impressed that because the people who have been in charge, I don't know. I don't trust them after the past 5 years. I think that's like the long and short of it. The institutions. But if people making decisions that seem to be for the good of everyone, that's probably a path to trust. Like, you need like to rebuild your track record. So I'm impressed that Red Dye 3 got canceled. We canceled it, buddy. Oh boy, stayed up so late last night. So dumb. I think it is the new Pept. It definitely like puts you in like an active state of mind. So that's pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna keep doing it on the weekend, but it fucked me up. And there's a part of me that thinks that I probably could have slept, except for I was just kind of riding out this weird mental state that nootropic put me in. So I don't know. Maybe it's more of a user error than the substance's fault. I don't know if the substance was keeping me asleep, but I do know I am paying for the lack of sleep that occurred last night. So hard day at work from that regards. I got to show up a little bit late because of the snow. Thank the Lord for the snow. And thank the Lord that I had that flexibility. I didn't have to pay any sort of repercussions for it. I think there was a handful of people that didn't show up. So that makes showing up a little late is better than not showing up. So that puts me in that spot on the totem pole. So cool. PC. I'm gonna have to do some googling. I might do some tweaking with the RGBs. PC worked, edited something, and then I went. I edited something. I went to export it, and it still said like 10 to 12 minutes, and I think that's because it's exporting to a slower drive. So I really want to get a cheaper M.2 drive and throw it in there and see. Just see. Where are these speeds? Are these speeds noticeable? Do you notice the speed? Like, the Earth is spinning fast, but it feels like you're standing still. And that's why I think the Earth is flat, because that's crazy. So yeah, still have PC thoughts. Put the bow on a couple accounts. I'm thinking about playing through the Ghost of Tsushima. I'll wait until that gets below $60 and get that. Oh, I think we're gonna have an interruption here soon. But yeah, I would really like to experience a cinematic game, and that one seems bitchin'. Hear good things about it. See, that's what I need to do. I need to break into other games because Fortnite just became all-consuming. And anytime I'm playing other games, I'm just like, I could be playing Fortnite. Getting them kills, boy. But yeah, downloading Ghost of Tsushima. I added it to my wish list. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Because we got this bitchin' machine. So it'll get used. I know it will. TikTok got banned. And then it didn't get banned. I'm so confused because I must have deleted it first thing in the morning. I think yesterday on the day of the ban, I was like, well, I opened it up like almost first thing in the morning. I had 1 second of TikTok, and then a screen came up and said like it is unavailable. Blah blah. I forget exactly what it said. I didn't care. I don't have a soft spot for TikTok. And I think I must have just deleted it, and I must have thought, whatever, one less app to post on, like, because I'm kind of grinding out a lot of social media accounts right now. So I did that, and then I saw that it got unbanned, and I went to download it, and I guess it's not in the app store yet. So I guess if you didn't delete it, you still have your TikTok. So that's where I am right now with TikTok. It's unbanned, but I deleted it, so I don't have it. So whatever, I'll just it'll hop right back into rotation once it becomes publicly available through the App Store. I don't know. I have no, like, I get that people were making money on TikTok, and that's probably horrible. Like, there's this one guy who came into my algorithm that he just... Hey, what's up?
Get another package?
Nope, these are the same. That's just old. That's just what, yeah. Nothing new.
Yeah, we're just over to a funeral again.
Oh, no.
And then up to Wise, your mom's friend that she used to work with. Her husband died.
Okay. Well, welcome back. Oh, that sucks. A snowy January funeral. Because you don't really choose your funeral date. You get to choose your wedding date. That's one funeral you get to choose the date on. Oh yeah, TikTok. So yeah, I get that. There's one guy who is just hustling. He's doing DoorDash, and like he's making him raising money for a tiny home. His kind of story that he's telling. So he's gotten to the point where he's making money through these apps. So it'll be like, I got $200 from YouTube this week, or I got $100 from Instagram, and I got $100 from Twitter, and I got $100 from TikTok. And there's like, oh, this is how much money I've raised to my goal to buy a tiny house. Interesting, cool. Like, If it is that simple, just I don't know. Social media is such a mind bender. It's like, okay, just like tell your story of raising money every day. Like I can feel already the temptation to quit. I think that is what it is. I don't know why I had to say it like a question, but yeah, I feel like I can feel the temptation to just be like, oh, I posted 12 times. Guess I suck at this. Like, you know what it is I'm not like actively building. I'm just kind of posting and ghosting, which isn't good. I mean, I'm reaching out to the people I make the clips about, which is awesome. And I've gotten 3 or 4 interactions. They were all positive. None of them were like wanted to work with me, but hey, they responded and like, you know, they probably suck right now. Just because I made the clips doesn't mean they're good. The clips probably suck right now. We probably are going to need like a couple different angles to bring, a couple different like styles to try and implement. Like we're probably gonna need something a little bit different to really get the ball rolling. But yeah, sorry, I think I went from TikTok to clips to social media niches. We kind of we rabbit holed ourselves pretty deep right now. So welcome to Wonderland. Welcome back to another episode in Wonderland, where I wonder what the hell I'm talking about. His memory's so bad, he's got a show called Wonderland where he talks about something and then he forgets about it and wonders what he talks about. Okay, the first crack at that joke was a lot more concise. I guess people were so desperate for a TikTok-like app, they downloaded a communist app called Red Note. And it's like just 100% in Chinese. Which is a little like bizarro world stuff. Are these other apps so different than TikTok? They just had to download something from China? I don't get it. Like is Reels and YouTube Shorts so different from I was very much post and ghost with TikTok. I had the boomer mentality when it comes to TikTok, which is another thing that like it did happen that I feel like no one is saying, or maybe they are and I just don't know because I did an embargo on current event podcasts, but wasn't like 3 or 4 years ago, wasn't Donald Trump the one that was like, and the Republicans or the conservatives, the ones that were like, this TikTok app is sketchy and we shouldn't have it? Weren't they one of the ones who wanted it banned? And now it's like Donald Trump, the savior of TikTok? Like that, they flip-flopped on that, didn't they? They had to have. And it's like, why? See, like I had no love for TikTok. So when a couple years ago, when the Republicans wanted to ban it, like that made sense to me. I wasn't going to cry a river for it, but now I don't know. The current administration banned it, and Donald Trump's going to be like, "I'll bring you back TikTok." It's like I thought we were on the same page that it was sketch, and now it's you're the savior of it. Is it just because people? I don't know. That flip flop did happen. It's weird. I don't know. My opinion was good riddance if you can get rid of it. Like, I'm sorry to everybody who's butthurt. Like, and I'm sorry if you lost money, but I still say good riddance. I don't know. We really need a Chinese app, so we gotta download this new one that's like not even in English. And I guess I did watch one current events podcast because I want to make clips for it this week. So, but who knows? Who knows? I think now is now we can kind of go into a different phase of this. Like now, I think maybe we can experiment with promoted ads. We'll find the clips that did the best on each platform. And I'm not going to even do Twitter. My Twitter is a fucking brick wall. No one, even though I did get 2 followers, but I get no views on anything. So I'm not going to, I take it back now. I might buy Twitter Premium for a month and see what happens. So I don't know. Is that what happens? You just buy into Twitter's monetization, which is a little ass backwards. You just buy into their monetization, but like now that you're paying $7 a month, you'll get whatever compensated for your views. Like that's not a bad deal. If I could do that for YouTube, I would. I'd probably end up losing money, but hey, at least I'd be like making a little bit of money back on the views I get. So yeah, I think the next phase, now that I've posted, I should maybe wait until I post for like a month, which is like coming up here in the next week. Find the highest performing video and whatever, throw $20 at it and promote them and see what happens. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. And it's interesting because the best one on Twitter. The best one on YouTube is not the same as the best one on Instagram, so we'll see how it goes. So that's cool. That's exciting. And as I build a bit of a portfolio, and it is like working for free just to prove that you can do it. Or I guess there's working at free when you don't have like credibility, and there's working for free when you do have credibility. And I watched a video about a guy who was like, oh yeah, I did this for free. I took pictures of this guy. Sorry, I'm just really mad I can't remember his name. It's like I took pictures of this guy, and then they liked it so much they wanted to use it for an ad, and they offered to pay me, and I said, oh no, dude, don't worry about it. You can just use them. And it's this awesome like bridge I built, and we'll see what happens. And with him at his level, I'm sure that is going to turn into crazy cool experiences or cool job opportunities. But for me at my level, I'm just like, I made you a clip. Yeah?
Hey, I was going to make up some Italian sandwiches. You want one?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Here I was annoyed, but someone just offered to make me a sandwich, so I should be elated. I'm gonna get a sandwich, guys. I fucking love sandwiches. I had a baller sandwich yesterday. Oh my god, we almost made it. Okay. New Year's resolution for the podcast. I will write down 10 topics and just kind of try and hit them, because the amount of rabbit holing and rambling is crazy. But yeah, Trump's back. TikTok's also back. It's kind of like they never even left, huh? Yeah, I hope you're not too wrapped up in the news. It is an exciting day. Back before I was like jaded, and like when I really didn't care, and I was just like, okay, we picked who we picked. Back in those days, I did get a warm and fuzzy feeling at the transfer of power. And in 2020, it was a weird transfer of power. There was fences around the entire White House. It looked sketchy in 2020. And now, in 2025, I guess it was 2021, whatever. But in 2024, it seems like a lot more like the, willing transfer of power than it did in 2020. In 2020, it looked sketchy. They're like, no, I don't know. Was anyone even allowed at the White House at that day? Because it was like, a couple weeks after January 6th. So yeah, 2020 was sketchy as fuck. And, we had 4 sketchy ass years afterwards. And now we got the transfer of power, new leader of the free world. Back before I was wrapped up in it, I got a warm and fuzzy feeling being like, okay, cool. America's doing its thing. It's like showing the world how to give up, how to let go of power. Showing the world that it's possible to let go of power, and for the betterment of the nation, or just even based off just what the nation wants to do, because we can't tell if it's for the better yet. But the people got to choose, and the power got transferred peacefully, and it's something to pat ourselves on the back, even just the ceremony of it, even if you're jaded and are kind of skeptical. But cool. Now the year really begins. Those first 20 days of January, they were just warm-ups. We were just getting started. I was doing this podcast with no notes. Now I'll have 10 bullet notes. I'll try my best. Well, that's it for this episode of Cast Me Outside. It's been a lot of fun, but we're done. Gotta run. Thank you this time for your time. And until next time, keep on living and loving. Peace.